I am here today with Kojo, and I wanted to give a quick, teaser interview, talk about what we're going to be coming up for the Python Web Conference here in June. So we're about almost exactly a month away, like maybe a day short of a month away from your tutorial at the Python Web Conference. And so I wanted just a quick little bit about yourself. Actually, that's awesome you're wearing that jersey because every time I see you at a Django event, you're always wearing some unique jersey, and I want to know what those are.
Okay, so actually today I'm wearing, this is an all-star jersey. So most of the jerseys you see me in are from the Overwatch League. Overwatch is a video game. Overwatch League is what's known as an esport, so basically competitive video games. And it started in 2018. And so often I'm wearing a jersey from different teams. So there's a team in Houston where I live. There's a team in DC where I'm from. There's a team based that represents Guangzhou, the city in South China that I used to live in. Various other, there's a team that I'm a tiny fractional part owner of. Is a bunch of different stuff.
That's
And
cool.
so this is the Atlantic All-Star jersey. So they're divided into Atlantic and Pacific conferences. This is the Atlantic All-Star jersey from the first season, 2018. And so I just
That's really
happened to have that
cool.
on today. So
Very cool. Now, I also know you have spent the last, well, maybe year plus as kind of an ambassador for the Django community. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
yeah, so I am the North American ambassador for DEFNA, which is the Django Events Foundation North America. And that is the nonprofit that puts on DjangoCon US. And that's a role that I actually created when I was running to be on the DEFNA board. I felt like there needed to be a little more outreach and connection between the different Django communities in North America. Not a lot of it tends to be U.S. and Europe centric, and so here in North America, I also know that there is a decent, well, there are a decent amount of developers in Canada, in Mexico, and then the United Nations defines North America as US, Canada, Mexico, but also Central America and the Caribbean. And so trying to make sure that there are connections there, and also to let people in that community know that DjangoCon US is really DjangoCon North America. And so it
Hmm.
could be in any North American city, and make sure that people were aware of that. And so if they wanted to try to put together a team to send in a proposal to have DjangoCon US come to their North American city, that's an option.
And so how many conferences did you go to in the last like 18 months?
Oh wow! I'd have to look at my webpage to see because I can't even remember. But I know just in 2019, there was, I guess the last thing I went to was Pi Gotham. I spoke at Pi Gotham. I helped organize DjangoCon US. Right before that, I was at PyCon LATAM in Mexico. Let's see, I was a keynote speaker for PyCon Africa in Ghana. And that's just sort of like the second half of 2019. And so, and there were a few other things earlier in the year. And then in 2018, I probably went to more stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you were all over the place. I remember following your Twitter stream, seeing you all over. So let's
yeah.
switch gears a little bit. At the Python Web Conference coming up, you're going to be giving a tutorial on Django. What do you have in store for folks? Can you tell us a little bit about that tutorial?
So, yeah, so the idea, and I'm still sort of refining some of the details, but the basic idea is to give an introduction to Django so that you will leave with, you know, a small functional project, but also some ideas of where you can go in the future with it. And that's, I think it's really the goal is to, let you sort of see, okay, what are the basic things I need to do to build a Django application? Maybe one model as well as the included user model, but so nothing too complex because I think I'd prefer to work with something simpler that people can sort of fully understand and comprehend and take away with them, and then give them hooks to let them know, okay, well, here's where you would expand, here's where you can go next. So that's the general idea behind it.
That's smart. So people will come away with an actual functioning project that they understand and can actually take further.
Exactly.
That's really
That's the
cool.
that's the goal.
That's the goal. Awesome. And then, so what are you looking forward to during this conference? We're moving into kind of the world of virtual conferences, but our conference was actually intended to be virtual. What are you hoping to get out of the Python Web Conference coming up?
I think just an opportunity to reconnect with some folks. I know I've had a chance to meet some of the people from the Indie Pie community when I've been at usually at Pi Ohio, and so I've
Hmm.
had a chance to meet some of those folks there. So, without doing much traveling so far this year, there are a lot of people that I haven't had a chance to see or hang out with. So it'll be nice to connect with some of those folks and just sort of see what other people in the Python community around the country and maybe around the world, depending on who's attending, to sort of see what folks are up to and how things are going.
Yeah. No, it's been really interesting. The IndiePie meetup itself. Oh, shoot.
Breaking news.
No kidding. The we'll roll back. Yeah, the IndiePie community itself has actually seen attendance now from all over the globe. Last
Okay.
meeting, we had some folks from Colombia in South America, and we had someone from Bristol in the UK, and we've got some new regulars coming from the coasts. We had someone from Seattle 2 months ago, and a regular coming now for the last 3 meetings from New York City.
Oh, very
So
nice.
it's really interesting that IndiePie has kind of become the spot where folks are all getting together and really trying to appreciate, community and a lot of those things. I really try hard to reproduce the feeling you get when you're at a conference or at a meetup, that
Hmm.
same kind of connected and like community shining and friendliness. So far it's working, and we've had good responses to it. And I'm hoping that Python Web Conference is no less. So
Yeah.
any final parting words for those who are thinking about coming to the Python Web Conference?
I would say definitely hope that you are there in these COVID-19 times. I know that folks haven't been able to get out and interact with some of their friends in the community. I know a lot of us often get to see some of our friends maybe once a year at, like, say, a PyCon or at a DjangoCon or something like that. So the Python Web Conference is an opportunity for you to to quote unquote get out and see some friends, some old friends, and also make some new friends while safely social distancing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kojo, for being with me today.
Thank you.